Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on day 3 here on Taupe Hollow for the Fire Week event, and we have a lot to talk about today. First things first, I'm going to say I might have been a little bit wrong about Gardevoir based on what I've been reading on some of your comments, but we're going to get into that a little bit later because there is a lot that I want to talk about with that. Also, I'm seeing reports that some people are not seeing any Fire-type Pokemon spawn for Fire Week, so that's making me concerned that we're going to have a repeat of the Electric Week, where I feel like we barely saw any. But we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. We are going to start off with 16,384 Sneaky Snacking. We're going to grab a small Dream Cluster for going to bed on time, like we are supposed to do. And we're going to pick up another 100 Sleep Points, which puts us at 7,955. You know what? I think it might just be time to go ahead and buy the thing, but let's go ahead and grab our daily lottery. And that's a Poke Biscuit. Very nice. Very good way to start the day with a free biscuit. Can never beat that. We're just going to go ahead and buy another Master Biscuit because why not? That gives us 3 in total. Let's see. Is there anything else that we want to buy currently? The Easy Travel Ticket. Always good to have extras on hand. That gives us 8, which is good. That will serve us very well during Entei Week, I believe. Other than that, no, I don't think there's anything else that I currently want to buy. Especially these Evo items, they're always here. There's always at least 5 of them. I don't really want them clogging up my inventory, so there's no point in stocking up on them, to be honest with you. I don't see myself using a bunch all at once. I mean, tickets, yeah, they'd be nice to have, but helper whistles, maybe. Those are usually good to have on hand, but that's a steep price. 800 sleep points. I don't think I want to pay that right now. We'll just go ahead and stick with the 4,100 we spent to get a Master Biscuit and an Easy Travel Ticket, 2 of the most important items from the shop. And we're going to jump straight into the sleep research. Hopefully find us another Vulpix, because the one we found yesterday, not great. That Charmander we found yesterday, I think could actually be useful in the right scenario. Along with the other Charmander I had, I didn't realize it was so highly rated, so I think we can put both of them to use in different scenarios. Unfortunately, 8% dozing, 43% snoozing, and 49% slumbering does not mean a snoozing type sleep. It does give us slumbering. And that means that with our hopefully 18, 20 million, somewhere around there, we can get a decent amount of spawns and maybe something good. 21.3, almost 0.4 million. Not bad at all. Still not quite a full 8 spawns, but 1 guaranteed hungry because of the event, so that's fine. We also have the pseudo sleep type, which is why we have the Vulpix showing up, so that's very, very good. And I think that's also another new sleep type. Is that a 2-star? I don't think that's the same sleep style we saw yesterday, is it? Charmander too. Very good. Riolu, Gulpin, Larvitar, Banette. That's kind of surprising to see a Banette so early. Krogunk, and Charmander. So definitely a new sleep style on the Vulpix. That's got to be the 2-star then. Yeah, 2-star nodding off sleep. That's good. Already halfway done with the, the new sleep styles from Vulpix. I wonder how many sleep styles in total we have. I haven't checked that in a while since we hit the, yeah, last time I really paid attention to it was when we hit the current cap for the rewards. Banette's hungry? Ooh, out of everybody, that was the worst one that could have been hungry, honestly, because that's the one I do not want. Why did we feed a Gulpin before? I don't even remember that. I mean, we also fed a Banette. Probably fed that Banette back during the Halloween event. I don't remember feeding either of them, but of course the main reason we're here today, as much as I want to feed that Banette the bonus biscuit, I wouldn't even take it home though. No, I really want to, but I don't think it's the right idea. We're really here for the Vulpix. This is what we need for Entei. This is most important. Don't be silly. You were silly yesterday and it didn't pay off. Don't do it again today. Ooh, didn't get a big hit like I was hoping for. Of course it's full. Watch it be hungry tomorrow. That's gonna be the worst. I don't mind feeding a couple more biscuits. I'll feed 2 to the Charmander because I know we're going to get 5 more biscuits from the mission rewards. Like I said, I want to stay above 25. With the 5 we get from that, that'll put us back above 25. So I think it's okay. I'm going to feed 2. Ugh, no big hits at all today. And we're going to leave it as is. I do still want a better Charmander. It's full anyway. Okay, sure. Whatever. All right, we're going to go ahead and stop there. And we're not going to take anything home, but we do have 2 Pokemon set for us to take home next time. And of course, we're going to send out that Vulpix candy. And we're going to move on. We are going to get I think a decent amount of XP, but not too much. Oh, not as much as I thought. 889 research XP and 1,855 dream shards, which we do desperately need those dream shards now that we're using that mini candy boost because it is so expensive. It's so expensive. Another 516 sneaky snacking. Ooh, Good Sleep Day bundles have been announced, and Good Sleep Day number 10, the official news, even though we did get it announced in the sleep, I forget what they called it, the sleep wrap up or something like that. But got a little bit more news and more definitive information on the multipliers. This event is held once a month in all areas for a total of 3 days. During this time, drowsy power will be multiplied by 1.5 on the first and third day, the days before and after the full moon, and on the second day, the day of the full moon, will be multiplied by 2. Let's all try to get lots of sleep during the event. Again, the dates are May 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. The 22nd and 24th is 1.5 times, and the 23rd is 2 times drowsy power. How to progress in the event: simply go to sleep and track your sleep like normal. We also get the extra bonuses that Pokemon on your team will get double XP on the 22nd and 24th, day 1 and 3, and on day 2 they get times 3, May 23rd. You also get a total of 2,000 bonus sleep points over the course of the event, 500 each on day 1 and 3, and 1,000 on day 2. Multipliers for drowsy power. This is just the breakdown of how it works depending on which days Good Sleep Day fall on. Again, because it's any other day besides Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it is only 2 times. Let's see. Anything new for this one? For the notes, it looks like no. Usually it's not. I feel like they'd make a big deal out of if something was different. But keep in mind, Good Sleep Day is a great time to use a lot of the incense. Focus incense, growth incense to help your Pokemon get some XP, take full advantage of the XP multiplier, especially if you've only got 1 growth incense. Use that on day 2. You'll get times 6 XP that night. So that's a really good time to do so. Focus incense for your research XP, again, probably best on day 2. And then your luck and friend incense. Friend incense you can use any of the days because it's just a guaranteed hungry. But if you want to take full advantage, most of the incense will be better off used on day 2, but can be used anytime. All right, now let's go ahead and check out these bundles, see how they're looking this time around. Well, there's only 1 bundle. I don't know why I said these bundles. Multiple. There's only ever 1. What's wrong with me? To go along with Good Sleep Day event that begins on 4 a.m. Wednesday, May 22nd, the Good Sleep Day Bundle Volume 10 will be available. We are going to get May 20th at 11 p.m. is when it starts, and May 25th at 11 p.m. is when it ends. Good Sleep Day Bundle Volume 10, 1,500 diamonds. I think that's about standard. 9 Great Biscuits, 2 Growth Incense, 2 Luck Incense, and 2 Focus Incense. It's not a bad bundle. If you've got the diamonds and you've already bought all the other stuff you need to buy with diamonds, it's not a bad bundle. The incense that you get from it are not very common to come across, especially as a free player. But if you're a free player and you only have free diamonds, definitely make sure you have your ingredient bag and your inventory space at a pretty good level before you consider spending 1,500 diamonds. I would say, personally, max out your ingredient bag first. Inventory bag, you can kind of work things around with that one to where even if you hit your capacity, you can move things around, get rid of some stuff, use some stuff that you don't need, and clear up some space. But you still want to have a decent amount of inventory space. Outside of that, if you've got the diamonds, it's not a bad bundle. You get 9 Great Biscuits, which are typically worth 1,800 diamonds if you bought them separately. So I think it's a pretty sweet deal as far as the biscuits and the incense that are, like I said, a little less common. So not bad. And then here it just explains what the incense do. And that's about it. And you can set up to 2 incense per day. We all know. Cool. Not bad. The bundle itself, not bad. If you got the diamonds and you've already bought everything else you need to buy, it's worth it. But it's entirely up to you if you want to spend that many diamonds on it. For our community reports, we have 47 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17 that doubled up. I was wondering if we were going to break 20 again. Every time we start getting above 15, I start thinking, oh, maybe this is it. Maybe we'll break 20 again. Ooh, there we go. We got some level ups. Very, ooh, level 5 Newsy. Very good. That's a very beautiful shiny Stuffle on top of that. Very nice. It's good for 3 small handy candies, which we will be using here pretty shortly. So that is good. Very good. All right. With that, we can go ahead and get into breakfast. We can see I did get, I believe it was 3 skill triggers with Gardevoir yesterday. Go ahead and grab that candy, and while that's going, we can check. Finally, my boy Blastoise has been slacking on these skill triggers the last couple of days. I don't think I got a single one yesterday. And he's supposed to get 0.85, so I guess, you know, that makes sense. 0.85 skill triggers per day, but Marowak has been doing fantastic. Marowak was still above 100% energy when I went to bed last night. I think at like 109, if I remember correctly. And everybody else was at like 70%. So Gardevoir is showing up, is helping out. But let's see if it's going to happen first thing. No, we're not starting off with a skill trigger. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I don't know what to think about that, honestly. Let's go ahead and get breakfast done. Breakfast is what we need. Breakfast will make us all feel better. The Dream Eater Butter Curry, of course, is what we're going for. We'll throw in 2 more honey. We did get some from that skill triggered on Blastoise, so that's very nice. And that will put us at, this might put us at level 49, honestly. Oh, we got an extra tasty boy. No, we're going even higher than 49. That might be 50. Ooh, oh, never mind. That is a big jump in XP to get from 49 to 50. But we got pushed pretty far. Pretty far. 61,204. That's really good for this week. Very good. All right, so what does that do for us? Does that I don't think that'll push us to master. Where are we at? Ultra 2? Yeah, no, definitely not. Yeah, Ultra 4. Almost halfway to Ultra 5. So that's really good. Should hit master today then. As long as I don't miss something, we should definitely hit master today. And I think Ultra 4 actually gives us another reward for the fire week. Let's see, how are we looking? Yep, Ultra 4. Was it fire week or was it one of the weekly ones? Let's see. Ultra 1 gave us the 5 biscuits. Speaking of full inventory, let's check out the bag situation. What's going on there? 257 out of 260. Here's the question. Do I want to buy more space? I might. Ooh, no, you know what? We may use some of these link cables. Let's use a few of them. Let's use like 10. Get some candy. 20 Onyx candy, 15 Geodude candy, and 15 Ghastly candy. I will definitely take that 20 Onyx candy. And that's exactly what I was talking about with you can manipulate some things in your inventory space to where, you know, sometimes it's not a problem. Use 100 candies, which we did yesterday. That'll give us 5,000 more Dream Shards, which of course we desperately need. And then Snorlax to Ultra 4 was a weekly mission, not the Fire Week. But that does give us a small Dream Cluster, which we also will probably use sooner rather than later. I'm really hoping they give us a double Dream Shard bonus event where the Dream Clusters actually get doubled up. That would be really nice. But I don't think it's happening anytime soon. One last thing I want to check before we get into the main topic of today's video. See how we're looking on our pantry. Still not quite where I want to be. I was really hoping to get 45 tomatoes and then swap in Golem for the Doug Trio, because as you can see, 11 potatoes is not really doing great. Victory Bell is not doing super great on the potatoes this week. not as good as I would like. And usually Victory Bell does a little better on potatoes, but this time around it's just not working. So I kind of want to switch in Golem, but I want to get to a comfortable spot on the tomatoes before I do. As it stands right now, we only have enough tomatoes for lunch and not enough for dinner. So I'm not sure if I'm ready to swap them out yet. I feel like potentially one day with both Victory Bell and Golem on the team could set us up for the rest of the week to not have to worry about potatoes. Just not really sure when exactly I want to swap them in. But with that said, we can jump into the main topic of today. A lot of the comments yesterday were talking about Gardevoir and how I am undervaluing Gardevoir. And in a sense, I do agree. I did overestimate Gardevoir's capabilities. If we look here, we can see, well, first things first, let's go ahead and reset it back to normal. We can see that it's only expected to trigger 3.24 times a day. I was seeing about 3 triggers a day, so what I was seeing is about what should be expected. For some reason, I had it in my head, maybe it was bias from Flareon, that we should be seeing 4 or 5 a day from Gardevoir with both skill triggers. I didn't even think to look at how many I should realistically expect. So with 3.24 a day, seeing 3 a day, that is about right. Which does mean that if we were to put 3 seeds on Gardevoir, each trigger would give us 18 energy for the whole team, which in turn would be 54 for the entire day. 54 extra energy for the entire day. So that's really good. And you can see here, we do have Taupalo selected, or Topalo, I keep saying Taupalo. Topalo selected. This is the team we're using currently. And currently, without any investment in Gardevoir, if we just let things run as is, the expectation is 585,000 total strength, which puts us at Master 4. Not quite Master 5, just shy of it by about 15,000. Now, one thing we can look at, we can go ahead and click on this little edit button. And let's say we put 3 seeds into Gardevoir to give it a level 6 main skill. So this way, we'll get the full 54 energy throughout the entire day. That still only puts us at Master 5 on Topalo. 640,000 strength. Gets us about an extra 55,000 throughout the entire week. Now, let's look at the optimal cooking schedule. I'm not worried about this right now because this I actually don't think affects anything at all. I don't believe this affects anything, but 55,000 extra strength. I'm still not convinced that investing 3 seeds into the Gardevoir is the right way to go. The reason for that is because instead, if we were to invest 3 seeds in Flareon, that would give us about 3 power-ups, or 3 cooking power-ups per day. And at main skill level 6, that gives us an extra 22. So the same 3 seed investments. Is it, let me make sure I got that right. Nope, level 5. So level 5 would give us an extra 22 cooking space per day. So it would still take 3 seeds to get Flareon from cooking level 2, or I forget what it's called. It's right in front of my face. Cooking power up level 2, which is what it's currently at. 3 seeds would put it at level 5. So every time it triggers, we get an extra 22 pot space. So with that same 3 skill seed investment, that takes us from being able to make only the Dream Eater Butter Curry because we have 57. That gives us 79 pot space and allows us to make the Inferno Keema Curry. Now, if we can make the Inferno Keema Curry, and let's say we only get it to level 40, then that's an extra, like what, 7 grand per cook? And if we can make it twice a day, then that's 14,000 per day times 7. Then we're looking at, let me make sure I got this math right. Don't do it in my head because I will mess this one up. For some reason, I can't do this one in my head. 14 times 7 is 98. So almost an extra 100,000 strength over the entire week if we make it twice. If we only make it once per day, then that's still 44,000, which is only 10,000 shy of what we would get through the entire week with Gardevoir. That said, if we move over to desserts, we have desserts for the week. Right now, we're only making explosion popcorn. That's the best thing I can consistently make. But I do have Pokemon that can get these ingredients. I have a team of 3 that can get these ingredients. Will they get it enough for me to make it 3 times a day? No. But if I make it once a day, that's an extra 20 grand a day. It's 140 grand, almost 3 times as much as what we get from Gardevoir just from having the same 3 skill seed investment. Salads, not as big of a deal because we only have 62, so I wouldn't need the full 3 seed investment. But what are we consistently making with the salads? I don't even remember because it's been a while. Was it spore mushroom salad? Was that the thing we were really able to consistently make? If we can make the green grass salad consistently, that's an extra 14,000 per cook. Even if it's only once per day, that's still above the 55,000 for the entire week that we get for Gardevoir. So that's kind of why I'm not yet convinced that Gardevoir and healers are the way to go. I feel like the power is really in the dishes when you are at this stage of the game. For people that are just starting, berries are definitely the way to go. They're definitely your path to high strength in the early game until you get the ingredient Pokemon together to make the higher level dishes. And at that point, having a healer is very beneficial to you. But at this point in the game, with the dishes that I am able to make, and I feel like I could make at least regularly, I'm not quite convinced that Gardevoir is the right investment for these seeds. I feel like it would be better to invest the seeds in Flareon and more consistently make these top tier dishes, like the absolute best dishes we can possibly make. Now, granted, we may still need to move the team around and make sure that we have the ingredients that we need and prepare for the weeks coming up. And honestly, that may just involve putting a large Candy and Dream Shard investment in some of my better ingredient gatherers. But the Dream Shard and Candy investment in those ingredient gatherers and the 3 seeds invested in Flareon, I kind of feel are the better way to go. To me, it seems like you get a better return on investment by investing those 3 seeds into Flareon. Again, I specifically say I'm not quite convinced to say that I am not convinced that Gardevoir is a terrible waste of resources. That's not what I'm trying to say. I may still be wrong in this analysis. There may be something that I'm overlooking or missing. But from the perspective that I'm looking at, I don't think Gardevoir is the way to go currently. Again, I may be wrong. I may be missing something. If I am, let me know in the comments below. This isn't meant for me to explain to you how you should play the game. This is just meant for me to explain my current thinking with the team and the Pokemon that I currently have. Your team and your Pokemon are going to be way different. You're not going to have the same Pokemon I do. I know some of you have said, oh, I've caught that exact same Pokemon before. But on the whole, all of your Pokemon are going to be different from mine. So don't take this as me telling you how to play your game. This is just me thinking through and showing you my thought process on how I'm looking at how I play the game. If you are the kind of person that plays the game with a largely berry-focused team, I do think Gardevoir is still the better choice for you. If you're really focused on having more berry gatherers with a Gardevoir on the team, I think that's the better way to go to keep those berry gatherers at a high energy. But for me, since I like to focus more on the cooking aspect of it. Oh, it's already time for lunch? It is. Wow. Since I like to focus more on the cooking aspect of the game, I think Flareon might be the better investment for me. But again, like I said, if I'm wrong or if I missed something, let me know in the comments below. I just wanted to take the time to let you guys peek behind the scenes, behind the curtain as it were, as to my thinking in the way that I'm handling this and why I'm looking at the Gardevoir the way that I do. Because I'm really not convinced that 3 seeds is worth an extra 55,000 strength. Only 55,000 when I feel like we could consistently get more than that from investing it in the Flareon and making better dishes. specifically once we get to level 50 with Flareon and get that extra skill trigger, as we get skill trigger M at level 50. Almost 4 skill triggers per day, and Flareon was already getting 3 or 4 skill triggers per day. Most times getting 4, sometimes 5, 6, or I think we even had 7 on one day. So with that said, that's why I'm kind of leaning towards Flareon. But again, I just wanted to let you guys get that peek behind the curtain and then get your opinion on what you think about everything I just said, because I am curious what your thoughts are and what you're thinking. And again, if I'm wrong and missed something, I'm always open to you telling me, hey, you forgot something, you didn't think about this. I am always open to that. So let me know. And with that, I think, yeah, we already collected all of our missions. So that is where I'm going to wrap it up today. Thank you for watching the video. Y'all have a wonderful day. And until next time, later, dudes.